So what we're going to work on just now is the release of tense musculature, which is almost impossible in most other formats. We'll start with the lower back. The two regions I want to focus on just now for the eggs. First is the lower back, and the second is the sacroiliac joint. Two very big issues in our society. So I need a body. Anyone who's ready? Do you have anything decent on underneath this thing, my dear?
You want me to remove?
Yes, please. Now, would you mind turning the heat up just a tad? Good. So now what we have is this area here. The pain of this area comes from this area, but is not caused by this area, right? The pain of the erectus spinae and the quadratus lumborum is actually caused by the tension in the front, the psoas and the intervertebrals. So, to release this area is actually putting a bandage on the problem. And yet, sometimes we need a bandage while we are healing. So, we are going to work on releasing the tension in this area first, then we'll go to the causal action, which is the tension in the psoas, knowing full well that the tension in the psoas is also caused by another cause, and that is the subconscious thoughts that are reminding us that we are not in connection with our spirit. Yeah. So now, Asia, I want you to turn around 180 degrees. Yeah. And then go onto your knees, facing that way. And then slowly put the bricks across your belly right here so that the seam is at the belly button. There you go. Now, gently walk your knees further back, the other way, that way, yes, yeah. Yeah. Could you get her something for her head, an egg? Now the work here is to separate the tension sideways. Obviously a straight brick won't do because the edges will just poke in. Here I want you, Asia, to think of your back, and on the exhalation allow it to melt over the eggs, as if the sides of the waist are dropping down and the whole lower back is widening, spreading around that way. The only thing you have to be conscious of is that it doesn't poke your ribs too much. If it pokes a little bit, it's okay. And if you're small, as Asia is, one brick would also work. Everyone got that?
Yes.
I would do this for about 9 long, deep breaths. Then do not come out by using the same muscles you've opened. Come out by bending the elbows, putting the hands on the floor. Do not use your neck. Let your head hang as you push and come back onto your knees. Use your arms to come onto your knees. Yeah, and then rest your head for a few seconds. Simple enough? Okay. And then slowly place your hands and push up. So that's number 1. So now we do the same thing this way. Perfect. Now, okay. And then walk your knees back. That is the finishing touch. If the knees don't do that last walking back, the groins won't release. There'll be tension in the front the whole time. So remember always to have the person, after they're all done, walk their knees a little back and then get stuck to the sticky mat. So it won't work on a non-sticky mat. That stickiness is going to release this area. Got it? Yeah? Now, of course, it's obvious. On the exhalation, let the kidneys drop forward and let the sacrum drop backwards. So you're opening up the body that way. Undoing the quadratus lumborum and the erectus spinae. Yeah. So the quadratus lumborum are the muscles that attach the lowest rib to the back of the iliums. Not very long muscles, but very strong muscles. Yeah? Again for 9 breaths and then come out. I would do this in the beginning of the healing session and then again at the end of the healing session. So you get it twice in one practice. Yeah?
If the student does come out engaging the muscles that have been opened, the risk is spasm, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Especially if the person has lower back pain, then the risk is spasm if they come out by contracting the very muscles you have released. Yeah. And if that does happen, you put them back. Yeah. So everyone understand? We have an opening this way and we have an opening that way. And both of them are facilitated by that domification, becoming a dome on the front. Okay, my dear. Head hanging, push and come up onto your knees and then rest your forehead on this thing and relax. Yeah. And when it's time to come up, when you come up, last time you used the neck muscles, don't let the head hang as you come up. Yeah, hang, yeah. Then put the hands over there, come up, then slowly lift the head. Yeah. Yeah. The lack of use of the neck muscles prevents the release of the medulla oblongata and the brainstem, which has happened in this, from unreleasing. That is why even Guruji B.K.S. Iyengar would always say, keep your head relaxed when you come up. Only after you are fully seated, lift your head.
What was the reason you said for doing that?
What happens is when you are in these sort of poses where you are front bending, the brainstem and the back brain, which is the reptilian brain, softens. And then when we tighten the muscles around it, and there are 3 sets, actually big sets and many small ones, it cramps the very region that you have expanded. That is why you keep it hanging as you come up. Thank you.